Taylor Swift has encouraged her fans to make sure they are registered to vote in the upcoming midterm elections. Taylor Swift has encouraged her U.S. fans to vote. The Cruel Summer hitmaker, who has 272 million followers on Instagram, urged her supporters to use their powerful voices and ensure they are registered to go to the polls at the upcoming midterm elections. Sharing a link to vote.org's Everything You Need to Vote page, where people can sign up, check their registration, request an absentee ballot, receive election reminders and check the registration deadlines in their state. She wrote on her Instagram story, "Are you registered to vote yet? I've been so lucky to see so many of you at my US shows recently. I've heard you raise your voices, and I know how powerful they are. Make sure you're ready to use them in our elections this year. Register to vote in less than 2 minutes at vote.org/nvrd.opening parenthesis sic closing parenthesis." This isn't the first time the 33-year-old star has encouraged her fans to vote. In July, she called on people in Nashville to take part in the city's mayoral elections. Showing off her "I voted today" sticker, she wrote at the time, "Hi Nashville. Early voting for our city officials and some statewide seats begins today. We have the opportunity to choose those who will represent us for the next 4 years. I voted today and I urge each and every one of you to do the same and make your voice heard." Sick. Back in 2020, Taylor took to Twitter to condemn racial injustice in the wake of the death of George Floyd. She also encouraged U.S. citizens who are old enough to vote to make their voices heard for the country's presidential election, which ultimately saw Joe Biden take office after beating then-leader Donald Trump, so they can elect people who will fight to end systemic racism. In a series of tweets, she wrote, "Racial injustice has been ingrained deeply into local and state governments, and changes must be made there. In order for policies to change, we need to elect people who will fight against police brutality and racism of any kind. #Black Lives Matter, we need to fight for mail-in voting for the 2020 election. No one should have to choose between their health and having their voice heard. http://vote.org. Sick.